Hey guys, this is Araaboo and welcome to another video. In this video, I'll be doing the Love is in the Air festival with you. There'll be a quick guide. It's for the Loveful achievement, which goes to what a long strange trip it's been. As you can see, there's a lot of people in Stormwind currently doing it, and there's a lot going on. Now, first of all, when you come into Stormwind, I found it easiest to go up to this jolly little goblin fella bear, and he gives you a couple quests to do that's just around Stormwind, so I won't go too in depth to these quests because they're just running towards the bank, the auction house, barbers, the harbour, that sort of stuff. It's all in Stormwind. Now, once you've gone through these quests, the last quest will give you Snivel's Ledger. You hand this quest in, and the goblin will give you a daily. Now I'm going to show a short clip of the daily, which is in Eldam, because it's for the Dangerous Love achievement, and this does go towards Loveful. So here's a couple seconds of footage on that daily and how to do it. You'll notice there are a number of other dailies in Stormwind, such as handed in charm bracelets. The charm bracelet dailies go towards the achievement Nation of Adoration, which involves you doing a total of 4 dailies, one for each capital city. Doing this daily will give you enough tokens to get stuck into some of the other achievements that need doing later on. There is also the achievement Charming, which requires you to create 12 lovely charm bracelets in total, so making sure you do all the charm bracelet dailies I'd say is a must, because you will be doing 2 achievements at once, which saves a lot of time. Now, to make your charm bracelet, you will need to get a charm collection kit from Petal Feet, and then gather 10 charm beads. These are the easiest to farm in dungeons, so it's a nice touch to be able to get the gear and valor tokens you may need while farming the charms. Once you have a Nation of Adoration and the Charming achievement, you can redeem your lovely charm bracelets for extra tokens at the festival vendor. This event relies heavily on tokens gained through dailies for the majority achievements that you need for the Loveful. I'd say that the objects you need should be bought in the following order, which I think gets harder, cheaper and more luck dependent achievements out of the way first, allowing you to chill, grabbing the ones further down. To start, I'd buy the bag of heart candies for the B Mine achievement. The bags of candies themselves are cheap from a vendor, but the reason I put this at the top is because you'll need to get 8 different sweets in order to complete the achievement, and you're not guaranteed all 8 at once. Second, I'd buy the silver shafted arrows for the shafted achievement, which requires you to shoot 10 players with a silver shafted arrow. Third, I'd get a handful of rose petals for the Fistful of Love, which requires you to drop a handful of rose petals on certain races and classes. Fourth is the Love Rockets, for the rocket's pink glare, which is simple. Like the Lunar Festival fireworks, you have to fire off 10 in 20 seconds. It's the box of chocolate snacks with Sweet Tooth and Lonely, and lastly is a romantic picnic basket for the Lonely achievement. My reason for putting these 2 at the bottom is because you can buy the chocolates needed for the achievement from other players relatively cheap, find players willing to trade them, or have some generous friends. And as for the picnic basket, you can either buy your own or take the cheap option and ask in trade for somebody who has one, or wait in Darwin for somebody to chuck one up. There are also 2 achievements that require the definite use of dungeons, which are the Tough Love and My Love is Like a Red Red Rose achievement. The Tough Love is done by queuing for the Crown Chemical Co. event. The actual fight is fought in the Shadowfang Keep courtyard and is an easy 2-minute fight with simple mechanics. This encounter is repeatable, but you won't be able to get your hands on the heart-shaped box reward more than once a day. The loot is pretty bad in all fairness, for only 346 gear drop in, and you have the one-off chance to receive the quest item, Faded Lovely Greeting Card, which is handed into the goblin in Stormwind you dealt with earlier. From the heart-shaped box you receive decent loot if you're lucky, such as a toxic wasteland pet and the big love rocket, which is an epic mount, along with a few other little gadgets. The other dungeon achievement, My Love is Like a Red Red Rose, is gained by looting a bouquet of red or ebon roses from kata dungeon bosses on heroic or normal mode. The only bosses that drop the bouquets, however, are Draga, Shadowburner in Grim Battle, Korla, Herald of the Twilight in Blackrock Caverns, High Priestess Azil in the Stone Core, Admiral Ripsnarl in Deadmines, and Lord Godfrey in Shadowfang Keep. The achievement before last, and probably my favourite, is the Flirt with Disaster. It involves a gnome pie vendor that wanders around the Great Forge and Ironforge. To do this, you will need 4 to 5 jugs of bourbon, any perfume from the festival vendor, but make sure it's the perfumes and not the cologne, and a handful of rose petals. When you find him, spray on the perfume, get smashed off the bourbon, throw the rose petals over him, and then give him the slash kiss emote. Lastly is the I Pity the Fool achievement, which is done by going to specific locations, dropping the love fool you purchased from the seasonal vendor, and then using the slash pity emote on it. For those who are unsure of the locations, I've got some maps ready at the end of the video showing the exact locations in the zones where this has to be done. And that's it, congratulations, you are now a love fool. I hope I have managed to cover all the points you guys think necessary in this guide. I'd like to thank you for watching, please leave feedback as it does help, subscribe if you want to see more from me in the future, and I've been Araaboo, and I'll catch you